Oh, back on a Monday. It is a rainy, overcast, and cooler Monday, which I love the cool weather. These are my favorite days to be out working, when it's kind of cold and overcast, maybe a little drizzle coming down. I just love days like this. I don't want the heat, I don't want the sun, I don't want none of that. I hate the summers here in the low country of South Carolina, but deal with what you deal with. So we are back out on another mulching job, working for the same developer that we just did that 5 acres over there with Big Mulching next to the roadside and everything. So we finished that project on the last video you guys saw. So now we got another property to work on. So I got Little Munchie over here, and we got about a little over a 1/4 acre to mulch out. I think it's like, I measured it out, what we got to do is about 0.35 of an acre. So Little Munch should be perfect for what we're doing. So let's show you what I got, and we'll get to grinding. All right, getting a little bit of a late start today. I had to go look at 2 projects down on the south end today, but I had dropped this off on Saturday over here, so it was already waiting for me. But I did have to put some grease in it and some fuel in it, and then we sharpened the teeth. So we got this building right here. I don't know what this building was. It's not a house. It's like, almost looks like one of those like Woodmen of the World lodges or whatever, or like a old like Lions Club lodge or something like that, you know, like a little meeting place. So the property line runs right along this, and then it kind of cuts off at an angle back there. So basically I'm just going to kind of clean up this edge here. We're not going back into there, and then once we get to about that big pine tree, we got to start clearing. There's like a square. If you were to take off that corner there of the building, we got to clear all that back there, and just some privet and some gum trees. I'll walk around this side and show you guys what we got. So this, I don't think this was a house, some kind of like little meeting spot or old store or something like that. So, but yeah, we got to go back into here and just clear this out. There's a property line, so it just makes kind of like angle there, hard corner 90, and then it just kind of comes back at this weird little angle. So we're gonna clear out all that and open it up, and that's what we got to do. So fun. Somebody's been over here digging in the ground. They dug off this sewer line over here, something in the ground, I don't know, tore everything all to heck. But that's what we got. So let's hop in the machine and get to grinding. Okay guys, we've hit a bit of a snag on this job, not with the equipment, with the job itself. Now when I first came and looked at this, all this, like, I really didn't walk back up in here. I did see some of this trash and stuff in here. This is probably my fault for not walking back up in here, but it wouldn't have changed what I'm getting ready to say anyway. So a lot of times on these properties, people just dump trash right on the edge here. And you know, you work around, I've worked around, this is all a bunch of brick, metal. Somebody threw a ton of just all these old glass bottles back in here. I don't know if somebody used to make moonshine in here or something. I mean, these old, or no, people used to, no, they used to just get drunk. This is somebody's drinking hole over here. It's all a bunch of just whiskey bottles, and I mean, they're just everywhere. Somebody just junked all this. The glass I'm not too worried about. This brick is a problem. But I was cutting back this privet right here, and I was like, let me just walk up in here, because I wanted to see if the surveyor had marked the corner, and he had, but he hadn't marked anything out here on the front, but there is a corner in the back. But as I started walking through here, look at all this stuff. Metal wire there. You walk further back up in here, walk back up in here, we got all this brick here. Metal, old shed metal, wire. There's old fence chicken wire there. This is all wire, metal. You walk back this way, more chicken wire. All this in here is chicken wire. More chicken wire. More chicken wire there. Metal. Old bathtub or something. I mean, this whole place in here is not just a little bit of trash. This whole place is littered with debris. This is why I brought the Mini, because I wanted some visibility as I cut all this stuff back to be able to see some of the debris and not hit it. Another huge chunk of chicken wire there that somebody dumped. It's just full in here. Metal. It's a disaster. I would have to come in here and literally I'd have to rip and rake everything out of here and separate the trees from the trash to be able to mulch this. I don't know if the developer is going to want to do that. That would be so costly and time consuming. Then we'd have to bring a dumpster over here, because the county's not just going to let you just leave a pile of trash sitting, you know, in the woods or sitting on the property. Let me see if I can't work my way through here. Fun stuff walking through the woods here. Oh, all right, so I'm gonna finish cutting back this privet. We'll cut back what we can. I can cut down a few of these trees through here. I mean, they're a little big, but we can get them down. They're just gum trees. But I just texted the owner, the developer. I said, you're gonna have to give me a call. We're gonna have to figure out something else on this. So I don't think that's doable as it is, and I don't know if he wants to spend money, but I don't want to take the machine back in there. That's just, you know, you're going to run over something in metal or brick, you're going to tear up the tracks, you're going to get stuff, you're going to tear the teeth all to hell, you're going to run wire up into the mulcher. It's just not worth it. Not worth it. Too much risk to the machine and the equipment to go back up in there. So all right, I'm going to finish cutting this back, and we'll just see what we do from there. Everyone's got a plan till you get punched in the face. At least that's how the saying goes. And well, this lot punched me in the face. I was not expecting all this trash to be a problem, but it's a bit of a problem. And I guess that's my fault for not walking a little further into the lot, but I don't think it really would have changed much. We'd still be able to do this front, and we wouldn't be able to do the back. So I talked to the owner, and yeah, he doesn't really want to spend the money to clean up all that stuff in the back, because it's all going to have to be, they said I'd have to go in there and rip it all out. With this machine, I'd have to rip out all the trees and separate all the trash, and we'd have to bring a dumpster, and it's just he's just not, he doesn't want to do all that, and I don't blame him. So we're not going to do all that. We're going to mulch back this front and do the best we can with it. this privet taken over here. This has gone pretty well. I mean, as far as the production and what we've gotten done in the time that we've done it, especially considering how thick this stuff is. This privet is, she's thick. Nice mulch out of it, making it look good. Just kind of have to take your time and let the mulch do the work, and she'll get it done. That's the big thing with this particular mulcher. You just got to have a little bit more patience with it, but she'll get the job done. I do enjoy mulching with the excavator more than I do the skid steer, for sure. I like being in the excavator. Big old ball of chicken wire right there. much of this we can get done without interfering with all the debris on the ground. So stay tuned and we'll take a look when it's done. right, homies, that's about all I can do. So went back about as far as I could, and see that big old bale of wire right there, and there's some wire in that right there, and this big pile right there, you see it. Got to be careful because it almost looks like vines, but that'd be wire. It's all mounded up in it. Dude, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess in here of trash and wire and metal and brick. Oh, it's a mess. So if you didn't hear my little in-cab commentary, the owner doesn't really want me to have to go in here and rip all this stuff out with the machine and then bring it out here, put it into piles, and have to grind it down with the skid steer. It'd be a job cleaning all this up. So we just cut it back as much as we could, basically kind of to where the trash starts. So and then I guess we'll just see what happens from there. If he wants me to come back, we'll have to just rip it all out. That'll be that would turn this, you know, from a 2-day mulching job. You know, if I were to just mulch this, and this is why I brought the Mini onto this job in the first place, because I knew there was going to be some trash in here and I wanted to have the visibility. I didn't know there'd be this much trash. So if there had been no trash in here, I probably just would have brought the skid steer and we'd have just started going haywire in here and just knocking stuff down. But you know, because there was some stuff in here, I was like, let me bring the Mini so I have a little bit better visibility. I can see the stuff, and we can maybe use the bucket if I need to move some stuff out of the way. But there's just way too much stuff in there. So what I would have to do is go in here, grab each individual tree, knock it down, pull it out, stump it all, grub it all out, bring it out here, lay it in a big line, and bring the skid steer over here and mulch it down, and then take all the trash and try to pile it up, move it as I was taking stuff out, move it around and clean it up. We'd have to bring dumpsters, and it'd just be, this would be like 4 days. So it'd probably be 2 days of mulching with this thing. This would be like, you know, today and tomorrow. It's kind of what I kind of figured. This would be like 4 days of work in here, multiple machines, dumpsters. It'd be a mess. So, well, got another job that we're going to go do, a little kind of backyard, side yard little job, perfect for the Mini. It's going to be kind of taking out some underbrush, knocking down a few trees, nothing crazy. So that's not too far from here. So I'm going to load this bad boy up, and we're going to try to get out of here. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Didn't quite go the way I planned, but you know, that's mulching, and that's kind of the world I live in. You know, some things don't always go to plan, and you just kind of have to adjust fire and do the best you can. So whether I had seen the trash or not, the result would have been the same. You know, I would have just had to tell him beforehand, hey, we're not going back in there. So I just had to tell him in the middle of the job, but he totally understood, and that's just the way it goes. Nothing you can do about the trash. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna load this bad boy up, and we're off to another job. So I will check you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.